There are some things that used to keep me up at night that I don't think about as much because I know I've got an awesome cyberbacker that's taking care of some of that stuff that I was doing in the past. Just a little bit more peace, a little bit more time in my life to really focus on the things that I'm good at, which is getting out in front of people and shaking hands and kissing babies, as they say.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Mikey Hyde with Cyberbacker Montana. I'm here today with Miss Danny and Clint Struble with the Struble Realty Group out of the Keller Williams Montana Realty office located in Bozeman, Montana. Clint, thanks for joining us today. How you doing?
Doing great, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So we're super excited to have you on today. We've been spending some time interviewing our Cyberbacker clients that are leaning into leverage in real estate. And so we were super stoked to get you on today. We know you're busy, so we appreciate your time. So tell me, Clint, how long have you been in real estate?
I got my license actually March of 2020, right when the state shut down. So a little over 2 years, 2.5 years.
Oh, so you hopped in right when things were getting interesting then. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
So Clint, it's always intriguing to me when I can talk to someone who's relatively new in the real estate business and I'm watching you lean into leverage quickly when other agents may be in the business 5-10 years and still haven't decided to lean into leverage. What caused you to take that leap and start leveraging out some of these tasks?
I think the biggest thing is I feel really lucky enough to have grown pretty quickly in real estate, and my business is growing really quickly. I scaled up pretty quick, and everybody's probably got a different opinion of that because of the timing that I got in, that maybe it was easier when I got in. I don't know. Some people think it was harder, but it really is a matter of just leveraging time and using tools and utilizing tools to be more efficient and, doing the volume that I did even in my first full year. I knew that I was going to get really overwhelmed really quickly if I didn't do something to leverage some of that. I know at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, I kind of said, man, I'm tired already from doing everything myself. So I knew I needed some tools, and this is just the route that I took to get to where I need to go.
Awesome. Did you try hiring in person, or did you go straight to remote hiring?
I did have a couple people here and there working on some administrative stuff for me, but just in my experience, I couldn't really get them to zero in on what I needed them to do, and I think too, it's just the culture we live in. Some people just are easily distracted by other things, whether it's the newest iPhone or the newest SUV they want, and they're not really willing to put in the work. They just want all that stuff. And so I just wanted somebody that I could communicate with, that I knew was going to be focused on getting the job done. And I just felt like this is the best route. So
awesome. What's the experience like for the viewers watching this in the process of hiring a cyberbacker?
I think the hiring process was very smooth. Just so you know, if this helps anybody, I mean, that actually, before real estate, my background is in hiring and firing and acquiring talent. I ran a staffing firm and then was a manager of a retail space where I hired people all the time. And so I think overall, this is probably one of the smoothest, easiest processes I've ever been through in terms of hiring. Cyberbacker made it really easy and put some great talent in front of me. That at the same time, even though it was easy, it was hard to pick because they put some good people in front of me. Awesome.
So what's the biggest change that happened to your business since you've hired a cyberbacker?
There are some things that used to keep me up at night that I don't think about as much because I know I've got an awesome cyberbacker that's taking care of some of that stuff that I was doing in the past. Just a little bit more peace, a little bit more time in my life to really focus on the things that I'm good at, which is getting out in front of people and shaking hands and kissing babies, as they say,
Yeah,
and
right.
just building business that way. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. When I first got into real estate and I went to my first bold and they told me what my job description was, which was lead generate, lead follow up, go on appointments, negotiate contracts, practice and role play scripts and dialogue, I quickly realized like how much of the day was spent not doing those 5 tasks. And so from that point forward, I went on this journey to hire and acquire help and leverage for my business. And it wasn't until I found Cyberbacker that I finally felt confident that I could scale my business out quickly. And that's why I was so excited to bring Cyberbacker Montana here to our Keller Williams offices. And so we're super excited that you leaned into leverage and took time today to just visit with us a little bit. Danny, would you like to ask Clint a couple questions?
Yes, of course. So yeah, first I would like to agree with Mike as well, and also I like what you said about time because as I can remember, that's what I always tell my clients, right? That's what we sell here, time. So I'm really happy to hear that from you, Clint, that you were able to get more time for you to do like what you really want to do and to do what you do best, which is going out there, right? So
Right.
now, thank you for that. So do you recommend Cyberbacker?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely recommend it. Talked to a few agents already about it, but I've even had conversations outside of our office just about how people could leverage their time using it. And I'm sure some of those conversations at some point will lead to some more people jumping on board.
Awesome. We appreciate that.
Yeah, so we really appreciate that. So now what do you think is your next hire going to be? Like here at Cyberbacker, what's your next hire?
Yeah, I knew that question was coming. I don't know if I don't know if I have an answer. I think that I think that probably one of the biggest in the future might be some more marketing type stuff, and finding somebody to utilize for that. And it'll be interesting just to see as I evaluate. I always actually at the end of every month, that's what I do today, is I evaluate my business and try to figure out, man, where am I falling short? Where can I do better? And haven't had time to do that yet today, but I'm sure I'll come up with a solution and we'll move towards that direction here real soon.
What was your first hire, Clint?
Yeah, so my first hire was mainly database management. Lead management as far as just getting my database. I have a pretty big database just from my years in Montana. And one just from the nature of the business that I haven't been able to touch as much as I want to. And so he's done a really good job just organizing stuff and getting it in place. Also, I do have a teammate, and he's able to transfer the leads that he needs to that team so that she can, or that teammate, so she can continue to nurture those and work on them and try to get them, from cultivate to close. One of Mike's favorite things, I think, is cultivate to close and getting in that mindset. So that's primarily what they're doing, but they also have been doing some social media marketing and doing a really good job leaning into Cyberbacker as a whole, and even your team of crew that you have, Mike, leaning into them and asking questions and asking the right questions. I think that's what I love about Cyberbacker the most, is that they're willing to at least ask to see if they can find an answer if you're searching for one, and bring some good things to the table from other teams. So that's good.